Hey there, happy gardeners. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It is absolutely beautiful here in sunny Northern California. I'm Fionuala. I live and garden in Zone 9B, just outside of Petaluma. And today, we don't have fog, which is quite amazing and pretty unusual so far for this summer. In that way, we've got a little bit of a different summer going on this year than we did last year, but it's the same kind of thing. We are in June, and there are 5 crucial things that you need to do in your garden in June to guarantee a successful gardening season. Let's dive right in. Okay, the first thing you really should do every single day is establish a regular walking routine through your garden. Make sure you walk through, check out every plant that you love and care about, check out your veggies, check out your annuals, check out your fruit trees too, and your perennials. Really have a good look at them. Good time I go in the morning is with my cup of coffee in the morning, and then after work I come home and I stroll through, wind down, check out things. And when you do something like this, you get to find little problems that might crop up, little seedlings that might pop up, fruit that might finally be ripe enough and you want to get there ahead of the birds. There's lots of great things that you can find out on your daily walk. Now maybe twice a day is a bit excessive for some of you, but it shouldn't be. This is a garden you've created with love and care. You love it. You're growing flowers for yourself. You're growing food for your family. And it's such a great way to start your day and to wind down your day. Okay, so on today's walk, I'm noticing it's time to deadhead these snapdragons. So I'm going to do just that. I want to promote more blooms, so I'm just going to deadhead them, leave those little side shoots to develop further flower heads. Another thing I can see, it's time to deadhead this euphorbia. Now this is a euphorbia that is called Mercenites donkey-tail spurge, and I'm going to put my gloves on for this one because it's got this caustic sap that stings like crazy, and really I do not to be stung like crazy by any of the plants that I love and care about. So you get right in there. This is the flowering stalk that bloomed from, I think, late January till quite recently. It self-seeds readily, so I let it go for as long as it possibly could, but today's walk has revealed it's time for it to go. Oh, I'm checking on my almonds. They're getting close. Not ready yet. They should be a little squishy, just the tiniest bit. And that's how you know they're going to be ready. All right, walking past my beautiful, beautiful Munstead lavender today, I'm noticing that something is digging around the edges. And that's a new thing. Something sort of digging around, pulling up stuff, and is up to some sort of mischief. And I'm going to watch out to find out what it is. Another great reason for walking through your garden every day is just checking on to see what fruit is getting ripe, where the irrigation might not be hitting, what flowers might need picking, what surprises there are, and what pests might be showing up that you might not have noticed on yesterday's walk. It's just a great idea. Because when you do this every day, you notice the subtle little changes that you might miss if you leave it a week or two. You kind of expect changes over a week or two, but not over a day or two. So that's a great reason to walk your garden. Check on everything. See what's going on out there. After you've gone for your beautiful little walk, the second most important thing to really get established right now in June here in Northern California is watering schedule. We've been really lucky this year. It has not been too hot, apart from the odd little heat wave that lasted a day or two. We've mostly had fog every day, so we haven't had a heat wave or anything stressing our plants too much. But that will change on a dime. Any day now, it's going to start getting hotter and sunnier, and your plants are going to start showing stress if they're not hydrated properly. So now is the time to get out there, really make sure your irrigation system is working, make sure all your little drip irrigations are not blocked, I live in a hard water area outside of Petaluma where the water is hard, and little crystals block the emitters every year of some kind of mineral that we have in the water out here. So I have to replace the emitters quite frequently, and any of those inline drippers, those guys get clogged so easily. So every single year, I really double check on everything, make sure all of it's working so that none of my plants get overly stressed should something happen. The other thing that happens here in my garden is I've got gophers who for some strange reason do like to chew through the irrigation system sometimes. So it's great to really establish a regular checking of your irrigation system in case some gopher overnight decides to chew through a tubing or something like that. Third thing to do right now, if you haven't done it already, which I've advised you to do it, so maybe you have, is mulch. Mulch is fabulous for so many reasons. It keeps the weeds down, and keeping weeds away means more moisture, more nutrients for the plants that you actually want to have there, but it also keeps the moisture in. So all that wonderful irrigation you've set up, all that expense you've laid out to get that great irrigation going, is not going to be wasted on weeds and evaporation. Instead, you've got mulch all over the soil, and it's keeping that water in. Another crucial thing to do right now in your garden is to go through all your roses. Now, this year was a spectacular year for roses here in our general area, and they blew out in the most amazing way all April and May. Right now, I'm deadheading my roses. I am pruning them back, I'm feeding them, and that's what you should be doing too, because you want to get a whole other flush of blooms as soon as you can, basically. So yeah, deadhead your roses. Another very important thing to do right now is watch for pests. You will be watching for pests on your morning walk as you wander on through, but there will be other subtle signs like spots on leaves. Cucumber beetles are a pain in the butt. Watch out for those. Yellow jackets can start showing up right around now, but slugs, snails, and earwigs, they're your main pests in the summertime around here. Earwigs kind of take over and, become more important than the slugs and snails as the temperatures get a little warmer. But those slugs and snails, they still hang out around here. And I think that's it. I think there's the 5 most crucial things that I wanted to tell you about in June. I did another video about a year ago about what to do in the garden in June, and you can find that when I was talking to Janie about a year ago about what to do in the garden in June. Check on that one in case I forgot anything vital right here. But yeah, go ahead and look at that one. All right, now I want to show you my 5 favorite plants in my garden right now in the middle of June. All right, let's start with Salvia apiana. Salvia apiana is an extraordinary salvia. As you can see, it reaches 8 feet tall, and bees love it. That's the apiana part of it all. It's white sage, so there's a lot of magical properties to it too, and it is so crazy easy to grow. You plant it basically in full sun. It's in a little bit of shade now, but believe me, it gets 8 hours of sun, and it just takes off. It is very little care, 0 fertilizer. Basically, all I have to do to this every single year is at the end of the season, when all these blooms are spent, which is not for months and months, you cut each one of those bloom stalks down to the very base. That's it. It's got an amazing fragrance to it. I think it's beautiful. The flowers are somewhat subtle, but obviously it exudes a fragrance that brings the bees. Right now we've got bumblebees all over it. And I just love this plant, and it really comes into its own in the month of June. I love this scabiosa. This is a little pincushion flower called Vivid Violet. And oh my goodness, another very easy perennial to grow. And as you can see, the bees adore it. A whole thing is going on in here. I planted one of these about 3 years ago. It multiplies really well, spreads really well, blooms for months on end, and I absolutely love the color of it. So, Scabiosa Vivid Violet, or Vivid Violet Pincushion Flower. Love this thing. This is an Nicotiana, a flowering tobacco that I absolutely adore. And for some reason, the month of June, it seems to shine even brighter than any other month. I love how tall it is. I love the fragrance. Oh my goodness. It's most prominent in the evenings, but I can smell it right now too. It's jasmine scented. It's absolutely heavenly once the sun goes down though. It's really, really beautiful. And it's just so incredible. The leaves are a little sticky. Another zero effort plant. I mean, I do garden, but I love having some plants that just take care of themselves. You don't have to do a thing. It makes it look so effortless, which it is. This is effortless. But lush and beautiful and just as fragrant as can be. My top 5 definitely could not be without this in the month of June. And this little cutie right here, this is Agostiki Pink Pearl. It's a hummingbird mint, and I find this is one of the most reliable hummingbird mints ever to come back. It blooms for months on end, and all you have to do is deadhead it to make it bloom for more months on end. And it's really beautiful. It works great as a cut flower. Hummingbirds love it, bees love it, I love it. Plays well in combinations with roses and other gorgeous perennials, and really comes into its own in June. I had to mention this one. In my top 5 favorites for June, I had to bring up the Pakistan fruiting mulberry. It is quite amazing. I planted it in the chicken coop only a year ago, supposedly as forage for the chickens, but I don't think I've let a single berry drop to the ground. They're amazing. It is so productive. And I've picked so many berries off this already, and they're tasty and just incredible. And I can't get enough of them. If you've never tried a fruiting mulberry before, it's kind of hard to describe the taste. It's a berry, so you expect something like a raspberry, but it's not. And there's just so much flavor and delight in these berries. I have to tell you, you gotta plant one. Now it is going to get to be a big tree, and I'm going to try to keep it low so that I can pick the berries, and I will try to refrain from picking all of them so that my chickens can get some. But yeah, they're delicious, and you can pick them from a semi-ripe phase all the way to really ripe phase, and they're all good. You will absolutely love these if you ever decide to plant one. Give them space or keep them well pruned so you can keep them smallish. And there you go. Okay, I had one more honorable mention. Salvia canariensis, absolutely a gorgeous plant. I just couldn't remember its name for the longest time, so we left that off the list. I ran out of 5s, but it's a fabulous plant. I might do a whole other video on that one by itself. But hey, we figured out what was digging up the edges and what was like disturbing all my plants over there by the lavenders. It was these guys. So there we have it. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope more than anything you enjoy your own garden. Get on out there, do your walk, check on the irrigation, pick some flowers, do some deadheading. More than anything, go out and enjoy the beauty that you have created out there. There is nothing quite like inviting nature into your garden and just seeing what goes on and where. And you're part of nature. You've created this beauty. Be outside and enjoy it. So there you go. Like this video. If you did like it, hit that button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share it with your friends. It's something I really, really like is if you come on in to Cottage Gardens of Petaluma to say hi. I have really been enjoying that when people come by and tell me they find my videos helpful. I just get such a kick out of it. So yeah, hope you're having a fabulous day. Enjoy this weather, enjoy June, and have a wonderful gardening experience. Happy gardening!